Hey there, David here. In this video I wanted to explain you what are the main differences between fully automating the outreach on LinkedIn versus using a copilot to run your outreach moves. So there are two fundamentally different ways to approach LinkedIn outreach right now. And which one makes sense for you depends entirely on what you are setting and how your team operates. So I'm going to walk you through both, what each one can actually does, what it costs, and when each one is the right call. So the first approach is full end-to-end automation. The workflow works in two stages. The first tool, either Get Sales or HeyReach or Lemlist, handles all your outbound activity. Sends connection requests, message sequences, follow-ups. As you can see here, you're gonna set up a workflow that you can send the connection request, messages that can be templatized or can be built by AI as well. And you can set up follow-ups as well if they don't respond to that message and send them to different sequences after that step and so on. So any of those platforms support multiple LinkedIn accounts under a single dashboard, so you're not constrained by one profile daily limit. You can pay per account, but you can run as many senders as you need in parallel. So for example, in this campaign that we have been running, we have several senders and each of them is taking one lead and following up until we finish the workflow. Then if that lead doesn't respond, we send it to another sender. That increases the conversion rate across the lead list. The second tool is called Under5, and this is an AI inbox agent that takes over the moment a lead replies. So it reads the incoming message, generates contextually relevant response, and sends it in under 5 minutes. So if the prospect is interested, propose times and books the meetings automatically. Your team only intervenes when a conversation goes somewhere the AI can handle. So the result is a closed loop from cold outreach to book meetings that run without daily human involvement. In terms of performance, a well-structured campaign on this stack produces reply rates between 10 to 15%. As you can see here in this example, we have 23% reply rates, something achievable as well, but on average, you can expect lower results. That's not a ceiling. It depends heavily on targeting quality and using the copy, but it's a realistic benchmark for a properly built campaign. So on cost, one sender account combined with Under5 base plan runs roughly $110 to $140 a month. If you're running 3 to 4 accounts in parallel, you're looking at $300 to $450 a month. So as you can see here, the campaign will be running in Get Sales. In that case, you receive the messages in an inbox like this, and you can manage it in here. Or if I told you you're using Under5, you're gonna receive in the beginning some messages from their agent that sends you the last reply and the drafted reply for you. And if you accept it, approve and send it, it's gonna take it and send it for you. Once you're satisfied with the results you are seeing, you can start automating this end-to-end. So it passes through different stages, but at the end, you can automate end-to-end the process. The second approach is using a tool called Extrovert, which operates on a different logic entirely. Rather than automating actions, it automates the decision-making behind your activity. So the platform monitors your target prospect LinkedIn post and generates AI drafted comments for you to review and approve. So let me show you here some examples here. You're gonna see a list of posts of people that we have selected and sent to this campaign. So you're gonna see that there's the people name, the tagline, the post copy, and a brief about what it says. And here you're gonna see the suggested comment. And this is draft based on your tone, based on your criteria, on the context, and you can customize this 100%. Once you start seeing that you like the comment, you can approve it, and this will be saved into the campaign settings as an example parameter, and it will learn over time. So every time you approve it, it will post under your name, and nothing goes out without your sign-off. The same applies to DMs. You configure the tool with context about your company, your value proposition, relevant talking points, and objection handlers. When it's time to reach out, Extrovert will draft the messages based on that context. You can review it, edit it, and then send it. So For example, you're gonna see here, this is a previous engagement. We have sent 2 messages to this lead, and now Extrovert is loading an option to send to her. This is a message fully drafted by AI that you can change in here. You can type anything like you want to edit. As well, you can use these parameters here to change it faster, like make it shorter, longer, whatever. So the difference here is that with this approach, you have the commenting layer engaging consistently with a prospect content before you send over a DM. Change is the way the prospect sees you. So by the time it arrives, you're not a stranger. That's particularly relevant in high ticket or longer sales cycles where trust is a real variable in the decision. Reply rates here sit between 10 to 20%, marginally higher than fully automation, but more. It can help you to not only receive the first reply, but also continue conversation at a better level. The quality of the conversations also tends to be different because there's already been some level of engagement beforehand. The trade-off here is the time. Running DMs alone requires roughly 30 minutes a day. Adding the commenting piece that is really most important part in this platform, which is what actually produces the relationship effect, brings that to 60 to 120 minutes daily. That's not nothing, but it's a honest consideration before choosing this approach. In terms of cost, it's a flat $99 per user per month or $75 bill annually. So how do you choose between them? If your offer has a shorter sales cycle and the primary metric is meeting booked per month, full automation is a more efficient path. If you need volume and consistency, and this stack delivers both without demanding daily time from your team. Now, if you are selling something with high ticket or consultative, where the person on the other hand ends needing to have some level of familiarity or trust before they are making the meeting, Go Extrovert is a better fit. The relationship signals that came from the commenting approach have a real effect on conversations at that level. So if your team doesn't have 60 minutes a day to dedicate to LinkedIn activity, Go Extrovert won't deliver that what it promises. The tool only works if someone is actually there to review and approve daily. That's not a criticism, it's just a realistic constraint you need to factor into before committing into it. So one thing worth being clear about, none of those tools operate without LinkedIn approval. All of them function in a gray area. It says a heritage built in sending limits and safeguards to reduce detection. Go Extrovert, lower risk on a different axis because you are the one executing every action manually, not a bot. But none of them are officially sanctioned, and anyone can tell you otherwise. It's not being accurate. Although with that, the risk is really low if you use it carefully with the limits set and recommended by the tools. We have seen many clients using it for years without receiving any notification from LinkedIn. So use it with an appropriate volume and buried messages. These tags are widely used without issues. That's the comparison. 2 different tools, 2 different motions, and the right choice become down to your deal size, your team bandwidth, and whether you're optimizing for volume or relationship depth.